Geoff Harvey's been around television, been around Channel 9 for as long as anyone can remember. His job title is musical director, but he's a whole lot more than that. Comedian, actor, friend, an institution. But one built on painful and wobbly foundations. So severe was his arthritis, he needed both knees replaced. For surgeons, the operation is high-tech carpentry. For patients, it's absolute agony. But for the company's piano player, there was no doubt it was a chance to walk again and, of course, to be the star of his own show.
Straight down to reception, Treats. I've got my speech completely worked out. Straight up this lady. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Denise. Harvey's
Hello.
the name.
Yes.
Knees are the game. I'd like 2 new ones, please.
Really?
The alternative is not have it done, you know.
And if you didn't have it done?
Well, eventually you end up like people did many, many years ago. I mean, 40, 50 years ago, people's knees just seized up and they walked around with sticks for the rest of their life.
Geoff, how are you?
I'm going very well, thank you. You?
Good. Bit drowsy?
Geoff Harvey has done too much with his life and plans too much for the rest of it to let 2 bung knees mess it up. That's why he's about to endure one of the most painful and gruesome operations there is.
You've got the music standing by, haven't you?
Music standing by.
Music standing by. Okay.
Just measuring your blood pressure now. Yeah.
He doesn't let on, but Geoff Harvey, the TV wisecracker, happens to be a very accomplished, very classically trained musician. Schooled as a teenager on the organ at Westminster Cathedral in London. A graduate, years later, of all things, television at Channel 9.
I did the wonderful piece of music for the Solomons, which was... That was good, that worked well. The Sunday show theme, which I love for our Sunday show, is... That was quick, but that's lovely.
Did you have a picture of Jim Whaley in your mind when you did that?
Exactly.
That music fits him perfectly.
It is Jim, isn't it? Yes. The current affair, I did that one, which is... etc., etc. That's nice and loud, that's good. And it's a little known fact that I wrote the theme for 60 Minutes and it was so bad that they used a click instead.
That's not true.
Boom, boom. These are the stairs.
And this is how you take the stairs, sideways.
Only way I can do it.
What caused his arthritis? Well, no one's really sure. It could be in the genes, or maybe too much rugby as a youngster, or Geoff's view, climbing and descending too many stairs at his place of work.
Extremely painful for knees, right? Straight to the chair. Ah, that's how it is.
And have you been in pain while the show's been on?
Oh, yeah. It's not good. I mean, you have to keep standing up and sitting down. Yeah, it's not too good. But all that will be fixed soon, won't it?
It will be. Why are you
Promise
holding
me.
my hand?
Because I'm nervous.
What are you nervous about?
Well, I'm nervous of the operation. I don't want to end up a stumpy.
You don't want to lose a few inches.
Well, I'm 6'4" now, aren't I?
You are.
Well, I'm nearly 6'4". So I want to be nice and tall. I don't want to come out about 3 foot.
Have you had an operation before?
Never in my life.
This is your
The
first?
first one, yeah.
What's going on here, Geoff, is that all the joints worn out. And you can see on the outside here where there's also arthritis.
The visits
Your
to surgeon
calves
Merv
are
Cross
calcified.
are as Geoff and wife Katrina
Some
want
people
them.
have said to me, you know,
Nothing
it's not
is
great
held
golf
back.
afterwards. Complications of having both knees done together are slightly increased on having one done. But when
Geoff's
you've got to
having
have
both knees done at the one time
have them done
because
separately,
he's heard the
complications
stories.
more.
The pain is so intense, say survivors, if you have just one knee done, you'll never get around to the other.
So we take out part of this bone, and if you have a look at this is a plastic model, that's the amount of bone that's taken out.
Oh, I
If you
see.
compare it,
Right, yep.
if you can compare it to that one.
Right.
Is that what you're looking for? A new life?
Yeah, well, yeah, that'll do. That's it, yes. I want to play for Australia. I want to beat Pete Sampras, right? I want to be in the Olympics. No, I just want to do the things that other people do without, as I've said before, I just would very much like to walk around a golf course. Nicely driven.
Geoff says you never realise just how important your knees are until they start to go. At the moment, his walk is more of a shuffle. Bending down is completely out of the question. And the pain means he's forever swallowing tablets. And as for the golf swing, well, if the operation's even marginally successful, it's just got to get better.
And it's funny because people come out of the woodwork to tell you how it can be fixed. And I think that's one of the reasons, as I said to you before, why I wanted to do this, was so we could actually say to people out there, hang on, you really don't have to spend the rest of your life, crippled, going up and down the stairs. You can get it fixed.
Dad used to pick us up from school, determined to embarrass us, and he used to limp. So that all the mothers at the school would say, what's this, Geoff Harvey?
But not just a terrible limp with one leg swinging.
Sort of dragging behind.
And a 20-cent coin on his forehead.
A day and a half before the operation, and Geoff's starting to get a little concerned. It's not quite the Last Supper in the Harvey household because Geoff's daughters won't allow it. Janie and Charlotte, thankfully for them, don't share their father's looks, just his wit.
Dad's great and we're really thrilled about the next... I'm sorry, can we stop now?
So this is a bit daunting.
Well, I suppose because I don't know what it's all about. I mean, they really cut it all open and all that stuff. So, but it's not the first time they've done it. I mean, they're not saying, guess what we'll do tomorrow? We've got this joker coming in, let's have a go at his knees.
And what do you think you'll say when we speak to you in a couple of days' time?
I think I'll be saying, what a load of codswallop I was talking the other day, wasn't I? I'm in mortal agony. I'll say to you, I think I was pretty right. As I said, the way they've explained it to me, I don't think I'm going to feel all that fresh, but I'll be okay.
The preparation for this operation takes almost as long as the surgery itself. But once Dr. Cross makes the first cut in the first knee, it's quickly down to business.
His kneecap's pretty good. He's got some osteophytes on it, so we're going to leave his kneecap to make contact with the new femoral component. Important thing.
As any doctor will tell you, short surgery is good surgery, and this team has it down to a fine art.
In now. Take it out straight.
In little more than 30 minutes, one knee is done and the second is sliced open. It's easy to understand why this is going to hurt afterwards. You just have to listen.
Dr. Cross, I've got to say this is probably one of the most gruesome pieces of surgery I've ever seen.
No, it's not gruesome, it's very fine.
It's like carpentry.
The important thing is to make sure that the knee's put in properly. This is the hammering away of it. So.
And how long should these knees last? I mean, this is a lifetime now for Geoff?
I expect these knees to last, well over 10 years.
This is where some of our patients end up at the end of the day. Well, this parts of this could be Geoff Harvey in 20 years' time.
You'd like to see Geoff's knees, would you?
Well, I'd rather be retired by...
If the operation fails, Geoff's bones might finish up here. Professor David Sonnabend is in charge of a laboratory at Sydney's Prince of Wales Hospital, looking at ways of improving surgery by analysing the bones of patients who've died or whose operations haven't worked.
These are examples of most of the major joints of the body, and we can now replace most of those joints. So we've got hips and knees and ankles and shoulders and wrists and elbows, fingers and toes. So you name it, we can do it.
There are something like 20,000 joint replacement operations every year in Australia. Most are successful.
In terms of cost-benefit, joint replacement surgery is possibly the most efficient surgery of all. Although it rarely saves lives, it relieves enormous amounts of pain. We measure how good operations are in terms of quality of life years, how many years of quality of life you add to someone's existence, and joint replacement surgery is fantastic.
We're just going to wheel you around to the intensive care. There you go.
The two 20-centimetre incisions have been stitched up. Where a short time ago there was calcified arthritic bones, now there is shiny metal. Geoff's been warned the next couple of days will be bad. But barely half an hour after the operation, Thanks to the epidural anaesthetic, he's feeling no pain.
Very beautiful, Elizabeth Hayes.
That's me. Are you the man with the new knees?
I think so. I can't believe it went that quick.
It was the quickest thing I have ever seen.
Did you really watch it all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it gung-ho, is it?
It's interesting. It's like you building a new cupboard.
Gosh.
And sit up as I swing your legs out. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
He might have been a passenger throughout the operation, but 2 days later, it's time to pay.
Right.
Geoff's being made to use those new knees. It is brutal surgery, and the recovery is brutal too.
Down the corridor.
What?
3 or 4 metres down the corridor, and then we'll be back. Back into bed.
Was that as bad as it looked?
Yeah, it really hurts. It really hurts. I don't know why it's... Well, you've done so much in there, but it really hurts. It's painful.
Can you describe it?
The pain out of 10's 8 or 9. You know, you really... it's really painful. And it's like your whole leg's on fire. It's really hurts.
For a month now, Geoff Harvey has been living with agony. But if there is such a thing as good pain, this is it, because it's receding. And with each day, he gets closer to walking and standing tall again for the first time in years.
I feel fantastic. I really feel fantastic. Beforehand, I was in awful pain. There's a bit of pain still, but it's getting better. I'm very happy with the fact that I've done it, and I'm looking forward now to walking and going up and down stairs and doing all the things that people normally do. I'm a very happy chap.